Again, that's a staple that
Yeah.
goes throughout the rest of the movies.
Yeah.
Him and his goddamn boat.
He's going to retire on his damn boat.
But he's like, he knows nothing about boats. He's like, well, there's a front, there's a back, water around the side. What's the problem? Doesn't even know how to turn it on.
Yeah.
Because when Riggs turns it on, he's like, what the hell was that?
Is that? I did enjoy. At least he knew one thing because like Riggs made a joke about a sailboat. And he was, "It's not a sailboat." It's like, well, at least he knows that.
Yeah.
You know.
Then we get a.
At first, he compliments his wife's cooking.
He's like, you don't really like.
You don't like that, do you?
We get a weird foreshadowing moment. Because Rhiannon is grounded for smoking grass in the house, and then they have this timely. Conversation about it not being legal.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you can drink a beer in the house, but you can't drink. I'm like, oh, she's 18,
says,
sir.
But then he says it's not legal yet.
Yeah.
But she's 18 in 1987, where I think it was legal.
Was it?
Yeah, I think the drinking age was 87 or 18 at that point. I don't know when they changed it to 21.
So he's like, you can drink beer all you want, but don't smoke grass in the house. It's not
so
legal yet. And I'm like, well, you're gonna have to stay to California. You're gonna have to wait another 20 years more, 30
years,
30 years,
31 years,
31 years. So okay, so not quite yet. Then we get a weird little foreshadowing moment of her talking about her boyfriend. He's like, he looks weird. He's got dimples, and I'm like, that's a weird thing. Hang up.
Yeah. Well, it's not that he called him dimples. He said he's got dips in his face.
Yeah. He's like, oh, you mean his dimples?
They're dips, and like it doesn't. It's not right. I don't trust that man.
He's just mad because he's like a white boy. Is that it?
Well, I mean, in all fairness, he's the whitest of white boys.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
never see him though. He's off screen. I think he gets axed, right? Then we get this weird moment of him flipping through Amanda's yearbook.
Yeah.
And finding her as he's watching her porno tape.
Well, it's because it was evidence. It was given to him, right? He on the table there was some packages for him, some presents. So he got his present from his kid there's a cap gun. He's like, that's cute. And then he's got the yearbook and a video cassette. So he starts watching the video cassette, and it's like this softcore porn of these girls like showering each other. And he's just like, And he's looking at the yearbook and holding it up. I'm like, I don't know what the symbolism here is other than she was in high school, now she's this and dead.
You know what she looks like. You saw the picture.
Yeah, I don't really know what
it just looked creepy, him just sitting there and his glasses are on, so it made him look older. And I'm like, this looks like an old creepy guy watching porno. It does look
weird. Yeah, it does look weird of like, oh, the family's gone to bed. It's time for me to watch my porn.
Yeah. Like, when his wife came down. Like, what are you watching?
Or one of his kids.
Yeah.
Like, Dad, why are you watching porn? Well, I guess I know why you're watching porn, but why are you doing it here?
It's almost Christmas, Dad. Come on.
Santa Claus is watching, damn it.
Cut to the shooting range where you find out that Mel Gibson's like this fucking whiz with a gun.
Well, he used to be a sniper in the war. That was the whole thing.
And I think he mentions here, like, I can hit a shot that like only 10 people on the planet can hit.
And he's like, it was the one time I ever felt like I was good at something.
And I'm
which
like,
is
that's depressing.
That's sad.
That's depressing.
But they have their little, whip their dick out moment.
Yeah, contest. Like, I could shoot this.
Like, look at this for the old man. He puts it. It goes back like maybe 10 feet at the most.
Like, man, you're hitting that off the ladies' tee, bud.
A little bit. And he does his whole thing because he's got a whole deal where he fucking crooks his neck.
He's a cowboy.
Yeah. He's got his gun in his fucking holster. He crooks his neck back and he just goes. Boom! And he pulls it out and fucking takes a shot.
Bullseye! Bang!
And he's
right
like,
between the
and
eyes.
he pulls it and he's like, ha! Look at that! Good for an old man. And Mel's like, walks up, puts his own up, and then just puts the thing to push back. And he's just sitting there going,
like humming a tune. Should have been a Christmas tune.
Yeah,
it
might have been. I don't know what the hell he was humming, but it just keeps going and going and going and going. And basically,
to the furthest that it can go.
At no point do you even think Danny Glover could make out that there was something back there.
Yeah.
And then Mel just fucking casually pulls his gun out, lines up. Bang, 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 bang. And actually, it wasn't his own piece. It was the same sheet of paper. And he pulls it back, still humming the tune.
He turns his hole into a smiley face.
Yeah, pulled it back and still humming the tune. And then it's a smiley face. He goes, there you go.
Have a nice day.
Yeah. And just walks the fuck away. And I'm like, yeah, okay, so Mel Gibson's is bigger.
And during this scene, they're kind of stringing together like a thin theory of it was
plot ever.
It was Dixie who fed her the pills and pushed her off.
Yeah, so apparently she's now into the ladies.
Yeah.
And they were having a fun time and slipped her the pills and pushed her off the balcony and shit like that. And I'm like, that's not what we saw, but okay.
I love that their thin theory spiraled into just holy fuck.
Yeah.
Go to Dixie's house.
Mm-hmm.
Kids are there.
Yep.
Police!
Police, they out.
You gonna arrest Dixie? Like, wow, so you guys know she's a whore. That's unfortunate.
Wow.
Because you're like 6.
When do you have that conversation? Now, son, this is what a whore is.
Don't go in that house. Whores live there, son.
Or at least don't go in that house until you're about 16.
Yeah. And thank God they got held up by the children.
Yep.
Because they go up to the house and kaboom!
You'd think Michael Bay was directing.
Just the house explodes.
Yes.
And Dixie is toast. French toast, in fact. They dragged the body out.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think there'd be a body left.
No, there wouldn't.
Jesus. Dixie's over there, over there, and I think across the street.
This is where you got to call a dentist and hope they have dental records here.
Then they question the kids, and
then
he sits down, he's like, "Hi, kids."
Yeah, he becomes the weird, creepy uncle.
Although he should know to talk to kids, because he's got...
Yeah,
for a 50-year-old, he's got a wide range of age of children. Because one's 18 and one's like 7.
Yeah, it's like weird. Like, he's got one that's 18, and then one that's like 10 maybe, and then one that's 7. And you're like, why the fuck did you take 8 years in between? What were you doing? So weird.
So he's questioning them, and I love the fucking one kid who's not the main kid who's questioning. The other kid is like, "Don't tell him nothing," and then he like
tells him nothing, Daryl.
Like, oh. And then the second time was even funnier. How old are you? Covers his mouth and says 6.
I don't even know what you're doing now, buddy.
Everyone want ice cream? Okay, everyone, except for you.
It's like, so the kid who knows something don't get fucking ice cream.
He's like,
Murtaugh's a dick.
There was a meter man. Oh, he had paint. Like a tattoo? Like Popeye? Like Popeye?
Yeah, Popeye. Not like Popeye.
Not like Popeye.
It was like that.
Which, to be fair, the tattoo he points to on Riggs' arm is an anchor. Which is kind of like Popeye the Sailor Man. I mean, Popeye didn't have the fucking snake around in Special Forces with it, but
still an anchor.
Had an anchor. Mm-hmm. And then he's just like, Roger, that's a Special Forces tattoo.
Yeah, like,
and they figured out the mercury switches.
Because he'd already handed to Murtaugh like this is some real.
This
is some real shit
like
here.
Professionals. Yeah. We stumbled onto some shit here.
Yeah, like this isn't just some chick dying. This is.
And then we find out what type of shit they stumbled onto because they go to Amanda's funeral to question Mike again.
Yeah,
who's got I think 30 things of eggnog. Unrefrigerated, sitting on the table in California.
I was not cool with this because I'm a connoisseur of eggnog.
It wasn't even eggnog, it was party nog.
It was party nog, which even makes me upset more. Like, what did you do to that eggnog? Like, I'll allow you to throw rum in there, but that's as far as I'm willing to let you go. But unrefrigerated, how dare you?
You savage.
What is wrong with you?
And then he grabs it and like a goddamn animal just starts drinking it straight from the carton.
I drink it from the carton. Dude, I live alone. Who the fuck's gonna care? Yeah, but my cat doesn't give a shit if I drink it out of the carton.
He's in company.
Yeah,
but he has a very nice suit on.
Yeah, well, that's why you do it. Because if you drink from a glass, there's more. It's an open container. He has more options of spilling it on himself.
He's got the funnel that goes
right.
To the
it's
source.
Directly into the mouth,
so he goes straight from the tap.
It doesn't matter anyway because
They find out like, what the fuck were you into, Mike? This wasn't about her. This was about you. And then he finds out he was in Special Forces with McAllister and Joshua, Shadow Company, and
which, by the way, was the name of Shane Black's first unproduced screenplay.
And then
Shadow Company about vampires.
Through Mike's bank, which is probably why he was at work,
yeah,
he's funding the heroin deals.
Yeah, because they have a big, massive heroin shipment that comes twice a year.
And he's in too deep, and he kind of wants to get out, and I think that's why they kill his daughter.
Yeah, because he was threatening to get out, and then they killed her.
Because we find out that she would have died either way. Like, what she ingested was, like, basically Drano. Yeah,
so she was going to die, but they wanted to send a message, so they actually had somebody make sure it happened.
Yeah. So he's just like, well, you got to come with us now because, like, we need to
protect you. Well, you can't protect me. They're going to kill you. What about my wife? He's like, we'll take care of her. Don't worry.
And I got another kid too. You get boom, 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 boom. Helicopter shows up. Fucking Joshua's on there.
Yeah.
And just. Boom, boom, 2 shots through him, through the eggnog. The eggnog spills all over the place.
Fucking Mr. Joshua, if I didn't want you dead before I did
He goes down. He's holding him like, Mike's dead.
Yep.
And here's my whole thing. I get it. Riggs has just this, not a service weapon. It's like it's a hand cannon he's got.
Yeah, it's a damn strong pistol.
Which you get when they first meet and they're exchanging guns. He's like, "Oh, you got an old timer gun."
Yeah, because it's got like this one shoots 15 rounds.
He got a 6-shooter.
He's got a 6-shooter.
Yeah, a lot of the
old timers carry those.
So he's got a hand cannon.
I mean, it did damn well for fucking Bruce Willis. So I'm gonna say that this is a pretty good, solid gun.
So he's pointing his gun at the helicopters that's going away, and I'm like, well, when he hit that target.
Yeah.
He was hitting it no problem.
Yeah, but the target's not moving.
Fair.
Helicopters are not just moving. They are shaky. They're not like planes where it's a simple.
What
like,
I'm saying is,
moves.
I think what they should have done was have him wing Joshua to show him he didn't get him, but he's a crack shot. He can hit him even.
It would, yeah. It might have been cool if like maybe he knocked the gun out of his hand.
Yeah,
you know,
or something like or he's about to shoot Murtaugh and then he hits his
finger.
finger.
Or maybe he's better when he's not freaking the fuck out because he's shaking and shit. Like he's just going. You know what I mean? Maybe that's why he didn't hit him.
Because he was just
too. Because Riggs, I don't know if you noticed this or not. Short fuse.
Very.
You know what I mean?
Short fuse, big bump.
Mm-hmm.
Cut to the helicopter. Like Mike's dead, but unfortunate news, sir. He told the cops, so the cops dead. Unfortunately, no, sir. Well, we're gonna have to deal with that.
Yep.
Right away, sir. Cut to Riggs talking to a hooker, making jokes, kind of hitting on her, I think.
Sort of.
Fucking Joshua pulls up, bang, right to the chest, through a window. Murtaugh rolls up. I guess he was quickly behind him.
He was. Yeah, he was there as well.
Like, Riggs. Opens up his thing. Oh, you got your vest on. That's good.
Yeah, he's like, you were smart enough to know. And it's like, yeah, why would... If the guy wants to die, I don't see him putting on the vest. I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying, right? Like, he's crazy.
He's not going to put on the vest. But
and we find out later on.
Or it might just be that he wants to get to the bottom of the case.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We do find out later on, though. He's like, you're not actually crazy.
He's not really crazy. He's just sad.
Yeah, because it's like his wife died.
You know.
Car crash.
Yeah. I always look at it and go,
dude. Go back to that scene. He has when he doesn't kill himself and he pulls up a picture of his wife. He's just like, I miss you.
Yeah, I'll see you later.
Yeah.
And I also go like, dude, if you kill yourself, who's gonna take care of your dog, son?
Yeah.
Like,
but he's like, we got a lead on him because they think I'm a corpse.
Yep.
Because later on, Joshua calls another cop.
Yeah,
like
he's just
we heard.
Like, we're I'm from radio station K whatever, KCOP I think, which is which is an actual call sign, but it's still kind of funny that it's K-Cop. And she's like, I'm just curious. There was a shooting about an officer. Was there a statement to be said? And he's, yes, Officer Riggs is dead. Martin Riggs is dead.
Shot and killed.
Yes. Okay, great. I'll send somebody right over. Click.
Yeah.
That was him.
Yeah, we got him. Riggs out of the picture. Take his daughter. And so they got... And then we get it.
Well, that was the thing. Immediately,
they get the call. Yeah. It's just like, 2 blocks over. Yeah. Oh, let me guess. Blonde kid Dimples? How'd you know? Oh, that's my daughter's boyfriend. And then they drive. They get to his house. We have your daughter.
Yeah.
Call on the phone. His wife's like, what's going on? Nothing. Don't worry about it.
If you really wanted to fucking not cause concern, don't do it that way. Well, in all fairness, they pulled guns on her.
Yeah.
Because they entered the house cautiously, so when she comes up, they both drew the gun on her, and she's
like,
what's happening? What's happening? He's like, I don't want nothing. Sends the kids to bed. What the fuck's happening? Yeah. He still doesn't tell her. Murtaugh's a dick. That's all I'm saying. Just kind of a dick. Especially to his wife. Yep. He never answers her questions. I understand she can't cook, but Jesus, man, answer the woman's question.
Meet up in the middle of the desert. Riggs is set up 1,000 yards away with a gun.
By the way, that gun, it's a weird story that they fucked up on. That gun was top of the line at the time, and this was a big thing. They wanted to make sure all the weapons were top of the line shit, so they had to rent that gun. That gun's worth $10,000. They rented it for like a fraction of that. But the tripod that it sits on, it wasn't available yet. It was like being shipped and it wasn't ready. So they, not just makeshift, they welded it to the gun.
Ooh.
They made one. The prop department made it. That's exactly what happened.
Guess who bought the gun?
The props department welded it to the gun, and then when they tried to return it, they bought themselves a $10,000 gun.
Wonder who has it now.
I would assume Joel Silver, because he kind of paid for it.
Oh, yeah, I guess the producer pays for it.
Yeah.
And Joel Silver seems like the type. He's like, look at that, the gun from Lethal Weapon.
I mean, considering the amount of... Well, he probably has it in his own personal collection so he can shoot it, because, I mean, everything Joel Silver did was a fucking action movie. You got to assume the dude's a gun nut.
Yeah. So the meetup fails.
Yes.
He gets a lot of them, though.
He does.
He gets a good amount of them with that gun. He was going to get Joshua, but then that's when weirdly, McAllister finds him, and I'm like, how do you even... I mean, I get it.
There's no way.
I mean, I understand. You're a general, you win in the war, you realized that he might, if he's still alive...